All right, here we go. Back on the air. I mean, never late than never, but here we go. It's the Mick here, bringing you a Stanley Cup Finals preview and an NBA Finals preview. Yeah, the NBA Finals start tomorrow. One day away from that. We're less than 24 hours till Game 1 of the NBA Finals. And this Saturday, the Stanley Cup Finals will be kicking off. Here, well, let's talk about the teams that are in it. Let's start with the Stanley Cup Finals, since I don't want to talk about that much. I'll be more focused on my Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals segment a little bit, but yeah, let's just get into the Stanley Cup Finals right away, because let's get it over with. But yeah, it's the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. So yeah, Florida won the Eastern Conference Finals on Saturday. They did it in front of their home fans, winning in 6 games, beat the President's Trophy champs, the New York Rangers. So yeah, the President's Trophy curse is continued for the NHL now that the Rangers have been eliminated. Boy, what a climb for the Panthers. I mean they were down 2-1 in the series at one point, and came all the way back to win the series. Won 3 straight after being down 2-1. Yeah, at one point in that series, there was 3 consecutive overtime games. But yeah, so the Florida Panthers are your Eastern Conference champs for the 2nd year in a row. Yeah, so they're going back to the Stanley Cup Finals. I've been saying it for a while, most of the playoffs, that this Florida Panthers team was on a mission after losing the Stanley Cup Finals to the Golden Knights last year. Last year they were an underdog team. This year there's more experience there, which is a powerhouse. This year they look like same team, but a lot different. They're more healthy so far. Compared to what last year was, when they were all pretty much injury prone, banged up, with injuries. But yep, this was a hard fought series. These were 2 of the best teams in the East, like we figured. But now the Panthers were the team to beat, and they repeat as Eastern Conference champs again. So yeah, they'll move on. Let's talk about the West now a little bit. The Edmonton Oilers, they won the Western Conference Finals Sunday night in front of their home fans as well. So they beat the Dallas Stars, which I wasn't surprised whoever's going to win that series between Edmonton and Vancouver is going to beat the Stars. I wasn't surprised there. Dallas, they're a great team, but they're not that good compared like the Edmonton Oilers, like a level kind of wise. What kind of surprised me about the Edmonton how they closed out the series, they didn't get that much shots on goal compared to the Stars. I'm surprised there. Usually Edmonton would have more shots on goal. All they got was 2 goals tonight. Low scoring game, but they still won. Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman, both power play goals. So the thing is, if you're Florida, you got to figure a way to stop the Edmonton Oilers power play. What a journey for both these teams to get here. Yes, still a little salty. The Oilers eliminated the Canucks, but who cares? It's going to be a good series. You got a Canadian team. You got a team that was just in the Stanley Cup Finals last year, so that's going to be interesting if Florida finally does it this time. This is their 3rd Stanley Cup Final appearance in program history. Yeah, so yeah, this is 3rd time in franchise history Florida has been to the Stanley Cup Finals. 2 years in a row, though. That's impressive. It's hard to do it. But I think this team is capable of winning the Stanley Cup. But Edmonton, what a journey for them. They beat the LA Kings in the first round for the 3rd straight time, 3rd straight season. They've done it. And then beat Vancouver in a hard-fought 7-game series. Now they just beat Dallas. So that was their journey to get here. Florida Panthers. They finally beat their in-state rivals. They got over that hump of beating Tampa Bay in the playoffs. They won the 2nd year in a row. They beat the Boston Bruins. And then they obviously beat the New York Rangers. But yeah, it should be a fun series. Yes, there's one of these teams that the Sabres have beaten, and that's the Oilers. They didn't beat the Panthers all year, so as a Sabres fan, I would like to see the Oilers win, just to say, hey, we beat the Stanley Cup champs. But at the same time, I kind of want Florida to win because they're more deserving. Both these teams are deserving at the end of the day, but still, it's like Florida wants it more, I feel like, at the end of the day. So I'm going to take the Florida Panthers to win the Cup. I think this is their time. Last year was different. This is a different team, more built, very physical compared to last year. They stayed healthy too. They got really their goaltending improved. Bobrovsky just looks like an experienced goaltender. That's what came down to there. And besides, Edmonton with Stuart Skinner, he did a little bit better, but still at the same time, I just don't see Skinner he's going to have his hands full with the Florida Panthers. Especially with how damage they can do, especially in some of the games. And yes, they still beat the Canucks, but they gave him fits. So yeah, I got the Panthers winning in 6 games. I think it's going to end either in 6 or 7, but I think it's going to be a long series. But I can see the Panthers winning it. This is their year. They want to get back to it, and this time to win it. So I like that one. Before we get into the NBA Finals, we'll still are on the MLB. Let's talk about the New York Yankees. They're on a 6-game winning streak, about to be 7 the way it's going, because they're up 8-2 in the bottom of the 6th currently against the Twins. So they're in good shape to go keep their winning streak going. And they got the Twins tomorrow night, but this weekend's gonna be probably the best series of the weekend. Probably one of the best of the season, they're saying. Yankees versus Dodgers. In that history. We can actually see the star power on both teams. Obviously, you got the pitching. I like for the Dodgers. You got like Yamamoto. You get to see what he does. He's a rookie. I mean, they got some really like stud pitching this year. I mean, yes, Yamamoto's filling in now for Clayton Kershaw. Now he's gone. I mean, James Paxton's all right. Glasnow is good. The catchers, I mean, Will Smith and Barnes, okay. But Mookie Betts, obviously, that's the guy to look out for. I mean, their batting is loaded. It's Mookie Betts. You got Freddie Freeman. Gavin Lux, he's been on the team for a while. What else you got in the outfielders? You got Jason Hayward. He's been in the league for a while. And the DH, Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, Ohtani. I mean, that's for the Dodgers. Obviously, Yankees have got some star party. Start there and Judge right away, obviously. Then you got, obviously, Giancarlo Stanton. You got DJ LeMahieu, Anthony Rizzo, Gleyber Torres, Anthony Volpe. He's having a good second year. Obviously, who just run Rookie of the Month for the Yankees, like last for May. You got Nasty Nestor still. I mean, Garrett Cole's making his return eventually from the rehab assignment there, like pitching the minors right now. Marcus Stroman's a good pickup too. I forgot how good Marcus Stroman was. He's been a good pickup. I like him. Our bullpen's looking like too as well. You know, I mean, with Clay Holmes, we got Ian Hamilton's looked all right at times. Canley's still there. He's been there for a while. I really like this Yankees team. I mean, Boone, I don't know. I mean, they say he's been in the hot seat, but what a turnaround compared to last season so far in the beginning of the year. I mean, they just had a successful West Coast, winning all three series. The Yankees just did. They just had a successful trip by winning in San Diego, winning in Anaheim, and just sweeping the Giants in San Francisco. Now they're looking in good shape to win another. They win tonight over the Twins, so they're in good shape there. So they got a big series with the Dodgers. The next week I'll talk about some of it, but we got the Royals next week, so we'll talk about that. And obviously next week on our next show we'll talk about the Red Sox one, which we'll get into next week for sure. So I'm liking where this Yankees team's going right now. I mean, plus they've had Minnesota's number for a while, so they're looking good shape in that one. Moving on, we got obviously the biggest topic, the NBA Finals. Yes, my Boston Celtics back in the finals after missing out last year, right? Getting eliminated in the conference finals. I mean, they're just in the last time they're in the finals was a couple of years ago. So this is two of the last 3 times they've been in the NBA Finals. So this is a more experienced Celtics team. Porzingis will be back in the lineup tomorrow. But Celtics, that's huge. That's huge. Celtics, I'm pretty excited to have Porzingis back in the lineup finally. After missing out pretty much the whole second round, the whole third round. But get him back. It's interesting because you got the Mavericks. That's be good because, I mean, Kyrie Irving, who was a former Celtic, and you got Kristaps Porzingis, who's a former Mavericks. So they'll go head-to-head. So you have Porzingis against his old team. You got Kyrie against his old team. A lot of depth for both of them. But, I mean, the Mavericks, I said I wasn't surprised when they're going to get past the 1 seed. Boy, they just hasn't missed a beat. I think the biggest problem for the Celtics, I mean, yes, they swept them, but they're going to have problems with Luka Doncic. I can tell you that right now. The Kyrie Irving's having a great season, postseason too. And like obviously Derek Lively too. He's from Duke. He's a rookie out of Duke. He looks pretty good for rookie year for him. A lot of Duke Blue Devils. So as a Duke fan, it's pretty cool to see a lot of Duke Blue Devils on both sides. Let's got Tim Hardaway Jr., who's been on the Mavericks for a while too. Maxi Kleber, he's all right. PJ Washington's looked all right. Looks pretty good this year. I mean, he's still got a lot of years off. He's only 25 years old. Exum, he's decent. But yeah, Luka Doncic is going to be the star to watch for the Mavericks the most. You know, Kyrie Irving will be out there too, but still, definitely Kyrie Irving. And definitely Luka Doncic is going to look good. Kyrie Irving has been to the finals before when he was with LeBron James. So Celtics, obviously, they got a lot of depth. They really did well this offseason. Jaylen Brown, who was your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I mean, everyone thought it'd be Tatum, but hey, Jaylen Brown really proved it, especially in that game 1 against the Pacers. That big shot to force overtime and got us the win there. You got Sam Hauser, who's he's got some good decent minutes. He's got some shots, but good off the bench. O'Shea Brissett's got a little bit more time. We saw in the conference finals. We got to see him action, especially in garbage time. But we saw O'Shea Brissett got some time. Drew Holiday, what a pickup we got this year. Drew Holiday was a really good pickup for the Celtics this offseason easily. Not just only his shooting, but his defense especially. His defense definitely was the reason why we won Game 3 with the Pacers. I mean, he's won us a lot of big games this year. And he's won a championship. He's had a championship under his resume in his NBA career with the Milwaukee Bucks 3 years ago. And yeah, Al Horford, the veteran, who's been two runs with the Celtics. He's had 2 stints with the Boston Celtics. I mean, he wants to win a championship. I mean, this is a guy that's never won an NBA championship in his career. He's won championships like at the college level, but never. He's gone for so long with an NBA ring. He really wants to do it. I feel like if the Celtics win a championship, it's going to be Al Horford's last season. This season will be Al Horford's last if the Celtics win. He wants to go on a high note. If this is last year, hope he goes on a high note. Luke Cornett has done well for him. Well, Porzingis was out. Obviously, Kristaps Porzingis, he was a good pickup during the season, except he can't stay healthy. That's his problem. And obviously, my man JT, Jason Tatum, from the Brotherhood of Duke. Another hell of a postseason. And obviously, Derek White. Derek White's looked good too. I mean, Peyton Pritchard had some good minutes too. He had some good minutes too. But Derek White, he's definitely a big reason why we're here. He's not only just his defense, but man, his 3-point shooting just improved a lot more. It's not like him. He's the reason why we ended the series in 4, right? So that big 3-point shot to get us to the NBA Finals. Man, what a season. I mean, for Joe Mazzulla, the youngest coach in NBA history, to get to the NBA Finals. This team, this could be such a fun series starting tomorrow. I can't wait for it. The hype is real. The Celtics, they've been the best team in the NBA so far, and I think they'll continue it. They're going to win the NBA Finals this year, and I think they will win Game 1 tomorrow. They've had so much success. Every game they played in their NBA playoffs this year, they won Game 1 every single time. The Miami Heat in Game 1, Cleveland Cavaliers, we got off to a hot start. In the Pacers, we won in overtime. But yeah, we're 3-0 in Game 1, so hopefully I don't jinx that. But the Celtics had a lot of success. They struggle in Game 2s, though, in the playoffs. The only time they won was the Pacers, obviously, last round. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, so tomorrow night, 8:30, your Boston Celtics. Yeah, my Boston Celtics. We'll be taking on the Mavericks. So yeah, Tatum versus Luka. That's going to be fun to watch. Luka's first NBA Finals. Of course, Celtics have been to the NBA Finals. They were just there a couple years ago, so they're more experienced compared to the Mavericks. The Mavericks are a playoff experienced team, but the thing is, Mavericks have not been to the NBA Finals since 2011. And I hope we shut up Mark Cuban. Don't even get started on him. That rich, snobby piece of shit. Yeah, fuck you, Cuban. We're the better team in the NBA. I can't wait to shut you up this weekend. I can't wait to shut up the Mavericks for sure. Kyrie especially. That's former Celtic. I don't care if he's a former Celtic. I mean, yeah, he's a former Duke, but fuck you, Kyrie. Flipping off our fans a couple playoffs ago, 2022. I hope the Celtics fans start a "fuck you, Kyrie" chant tomorrow. Seriously, I hope they do. Don't mess with Celtic fans, because you know we're gonna retaliate with some pretty brutal chants. Especially back in the NBA Finals a couple years ago, we started the "F you Draymond" chant to play the Warriors. Like, our fans are brutal. But Game 1 is tomorrow. Game 2 will be Sunday night at 8 o'clock, so 30 minutes earlier compared to tomorrow's game. And then, yes, Wednesday next week, I will be still doing the show, even though it's during Game 3 of the Celtics NBA Finals. So yeah, we'll be on the air for that. So yeah, we'll see how that series goes by the time next week's show hits, for sure. But thank you all for tuning in. Obviously, eventually, once the playoffs are done, we'll start. Still talk about the MLB and then like WB still, but I definitely want to start doing some like schedule simulations, like every NFL schedule, right? Certain college football team schedule, like win-loss kind of thing. I want to do something fun like that eventually. But thank you all for tuning in. It's a little short tonight. Yeah, nothing much really to talk about except the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals and the Yankees. But yeah, we'll see you all next week for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Hope to see you next week for that game. Go Celtics, most importantly.